Welcome to tonight's class. We will start again in a wonderful restorative pose called heart bed. Could you take a bolster, maybe a pillow, some sort of prop vertical along the back of your yoga mat? It could be a rolled up yoga mat. Take that along the back of your yoga mat, shift your hips up right behind it, and lie your spine down onto that prop. So it's just pulsing your whole torso up ever so slightly. And now catch some blocks, maybe blankets. Take the soles of your feet together and let your knees flop out to either side. You can make your distance between your feet and your pelvis really big or really little. And kind of like snuggle yourself in. So see if you can find a version of this shape that feels really good. You might take more propping under your head, a little pillow, a gentle blanket can feel nice under the head to prop up your head and neck. I'll show you here too. And now find a comfortable resting place for your hands alongside your body, facing up, facing down, maybe on your tummy, maybe they're stretched out wide. And I don't know about you, but I already feel like I'm going to fall asleep when I come into this shape. So let's give ourselves permission to spend some time here. There'll be 5 full minutes in each shape we come into tonight. You can, of course, move out of the shape if it's causing you pain. Always move out if you feel pins and needles, sharp sensations. But my hope is that through longer held time or longer held shapes, we can actually start to work through some of the more emotional issues in our tissues. And in this sequence, focused on your hip flexors, the issues are usually anger and resentment, frustration, right? So we'll try to get through some of that stuff tonight. Climb into the shape if you're not there already, and get as cozy as you can when you arrive. Close your eyes. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. And now open your mouth wide and exhale. Dropping in, breathe in through your nose. Good. Exhale out through your mouth. One more time, take a really big breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Let it all come out. Soften here. Soften more. Feel your whole body unraveling like a knot that's been tied up all day. You're going to slowly, throughout this practice, untie that knot. Let's start with the soles of our feet. Can you relax the soles of your feet? Relax the spaces between each of your toes. Relax your ankles, your calves. Relax around your knees. Relax your thighs, the front quadricep muscles, the back hamstring muscles, and all the goo and glue that holds them together. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Relax your pelvis. the centerpiece of your body. And now your spine, let it soften against your prop, the rest of your skin draping over either side of the prop. Your belly soft, ribs relaxed. Your chest is softening deeper and deeper in towards the back body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale a sense of ease into your shoulders, your arms, wrists, each of your fingers. Relax your throat. And gently separate the biting surfaces of your teeth. Unclench your jaw. Relax your cheeks and your ears, your eyes and your eyebrows. And finally, the weight of your skull drops heavy into your prop. For the next few minutes, simply bear witness to the experience of living in this body. Take rest here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale all of your air. Start to bring tiny movements into your fingers and your toes. Take your hands to your thighs, draw your knees together, pause here, breathe out. And now to come up, either slowly roll to one side, use your palms to lift your body back up, or press yourself all the way up from your prop. When you get upright, we'll take our first hip stretch. It seems unassuming, but Sukhasana, or our seated meditation shape, is a really good stretch for your hip flexors. Ideally, your knees are falling down in space. They're lower than your hip bones. And if that's not happening, sit up on a bolster or a block. If your knees are jerking up towards the sky, or maybe your spine is rounding, sit up, elevate your hips. And now take your palms either face down or face up on your thighs. Bring your thumbs and index fingers to touch and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Take another big breath in and a big breath out. And from here on in, with every inhale, can you inhale the feeling of peace? And that might require you to visualize something or somewhere that makes you feel peaceful. And with every breath out, can you breathe out the feeling of anger or frustration? That might require you to visualize something or someone who makes you angry. So as I'm breathing in, I might visualize a willow tree sweeping in the wind, something that makes me feel peaceful. And as I breathe out, I might breathe out all the news headlines, something that makes me feel angry. The idea of this exercise is to become conscious and aware of the things that calm you and the things that destabilize you, so that when you're in a place that's causing you anger, you can visualize the weeping willow tree or whatever you've chosen, which might help the anger subside. Try that for the next few minutes here, and just make believe that it might work, that it might do something good for you. Even if it doesn't, it's just a few minutes. In silence, I'll pull you out when the time is up. Notice if your mind has wandered, that's normal. And just take 3 more breaths, breathing in the visualization of something that calms you down. A babbling brook, a waterfall. And breathing out, purging, releasing something that causes you anger. Fuse your hands together at your heart center. Set the intention to notice, just to notice what you feel and when you feel it. Big breath comes in, big breath comes out. Blink open your eyes. You can actually leave your props where they are, depending on how long your legs are, as we come into a wide-legged forward fold, because you might come up onto the edge of your bolster again. So elevating your hips can always make forward folds a little more accessible. Separate your legs a comfortable distance apart, knowing that we're trying to find sensation, a tension building under the legs, along the hamstrings, and inside the inner groin, so along the inner line of your legs. Either elevated or not, legs a comfortable distance apart, could you start to pour your weight forward? And if you feel a lot of stress in the tissues under and around the inner lining of your legs straight away, maybe you'll take a bolster, a block, even a stack of blocks under your head to catch your third eye. Your hands can rest on the floor, on your thighs. And over time, space might open up or not. And if it does, listen to that. So go deeper into the shape or pull further out away from the shape. There's a lot of rounding or flexion in your spine in this pose, and that's intentional. So we're running sensation along the whole deep back line of your leg, which runs up either line of your spine, either side of your spine. And again, 5 full minutes here. If you feel pain, back off. If it feels nice, sink in. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let go. You're halfway there. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, soften, soften, soften. One more minute to go. Keep dropping in, soften your jaw, breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly, slowly lift back up. Lift back up. Take your time. There's a big shift in blood pressure as you come upright with your spine. Set your hands back behind you. Set your feet hip distance apart and take a moment to just swivel your knees from side to side. You can move any props out of the way here. For our next pose, you have two options. Choose one that feels good and safe and sustainable in your body because we will be here for those full 5 minutes. Option one is called sleeping swan pose or pigeon pose in our hatha practice. You'll start with your left knee forward and to the left of your left hip, articulating a big stretch along your outer left hip. Your right leg extends all the way back, and you can remain upright with your torso or fold your torso down to your mat or to props. Places you can prop yourself to support this shape are under your right thigh, maybe a blanket under your right knee. A block could help under your left hip, or a bolster or a block under your forehead. That's option A. In option B, a little less impact on the joints and the hips. You could bend your back knee towards your front foot and play with the angles here until you find one that gives you a stretch in your outer left hip. And you'll get that big stretch by folding forward and cruising your torso in opposite directions until you find it. So it might be different in every body. Okay, so two different ways to do a stretch that's really the same. Choose one that feels safe and supportive in your body. You're here for 5 full minutes. And as you soften into this shape, the invitation is to notice how you feel and what causes you to feel those feelings. So if you start to feel frustrated and angry, how does that feel in your body? Where do you feel it? Where does it live? And maybe with breathing in those calm memories or visualizations, you can start to turn down the volume of the mental frustration or anger. 4 more minutes here. And just 2 minutes to go. Take a big breath in. Notice where you're holding on to tension, the gripping jaw, the squinting eyebrows, the tense tummy. Let it all soften. Take 3 more breaths. Crawl back out of the shape. Push your hands into the earth. Lean your weight onto your left hip. Go slow. You might feel like you're about 100 years old, and come to lie all the way down onto your back. Lie all the way down onto your back. If extending your legs causes pain, keep them bent. But if you do and can come onto your back, just notice, witness how your body feels in all of its different places. 1 minute here. Good. Creep your body over to either side just long enough to press yourself back up. Settle your right leg forward this time. Stretch your left leg back halfway for that deer variation, or all the way back for sleeping swan. Gather whatever props you might need out in front. And dive in for 5 full minutes in this really frustrating and intense stretch. And if the feelings of anger and frustration come up, can you find and notice where those are feeling in your body? Does it come to your tummy, your gut, your jaw? Where do you feel frustration? Where do you feel anger? And then bring in with the inhales those calming visualizations, your own memories, your own snapshots in time. Enjoy. Really good. You're halfway there. See where you can soften and drop in and drop out of the distractions, out of the frustrations. Really good work. Take 3 more breaths here. Push the earth away with your hands. Lift yourself back up. Lean over onto either hip and take your time to fall your body back down onto your yoga mat, please. Lie all the way back down. And this time when you get here, squish your knees in towards your chest and create great big circles with your knees. Knee circles and hip circles. You might hear little sounds, so you're noticing those feelings again. Physical this time. Turn your circles in the opposite direction. Good. And now take each leg and just stretch each leg high like you're riding a bicycle in the sky. Place your right foot onto the earth. Stack your left ankle across your right thigh. Option A, pause here. Option B, interlace your hands behind your right thigh or in front of your right shin. Play with little micro movements of your torso from side to side here until you find a place that drives a stretch into your outer left thigh, your outer left hip region. Just 2.5 minutes here because we'll transition directly into a twist. So close your eyes, soften your lips, and enjoy. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, drop your right foot onto your yoga mat. Pick up your hips and move your hips over towards the left. Slide your left leg over your right leg so both legs are crossed, and now let your knees fall towards the right. Slide your left arm open, and if that left shoulder can't quite reach the ground, you might in fact unbind your legs here. Otherwise, keep them bound. Turn your gaze to a comfortable resting place and breathe. If your legs are bound, unwrap them here, stack them on top of one another, and turn your gaze even further over your left fingers. Take a big breath in. Exhale, relax. Draw your gaze forward, draw your legs forward. Take pause here in constructive rest. So set your feet mat distance apart and let your knees slide into one another with your hands on your tummy. Good. Separate your legs again. This time bend into your right knee. Place your right ankle across your left thigh. Either leave your left foot on the floor, wrap both hands behind your left thigh or in front of your left shin. And tilt your chin towards your chest and rock your hips side to side, maybe uncovering a sweet, juicy spot for you to pause for the next 2.5 minutes here. Take one final breath in here. Send that breath out. Drop your left knee to the floor. Slide your right leg over your left leg. Move both hips to the right, and with these bound up legs, settle your knees to the left. Open your arms wide and move into a reclining spinal twist. You might choose to unbind your legs here, sustaining this twist for just one more minute. Really good. Pull your legs back through center. Make any final movements, any final adjustments that you'd like before dissolving your body down into Shavasana. And we'll start Shavasana with an exercise one of the world's greatest anatomy teachers, my anatomy teacher, taught me. So I'd like you to lie your body flat in Shavasana and allow everything to relax completely. You're in full relaxation mode. There's a complete effortlessness occupying your whole physical body. With an awareness of all of your different parts, I'd like you to consciously think about something that makes you angry or someone who makes you angry. And notice how your physical body reacts to that feeling. Did your jaw clench? Did your tummy clench? Did your throat swell up? Anger manifests itself in our body in a non-relaxed way. Can you engage all the muscles in your body? Make fists, grind your teeth, squint your eyes together, and now think about something that causes you incredible sense of calm and joy. And notice how quickly your body wants to relax. Anatomy experts believe that we can actually isolate the sensation, the physical sensation of anger before it reaches the emotions, which means something might happen. We start to grind our teeth and then we swear and throw a chair across the room. But if we notice that grinding our teeth is what causes us to create that angry reaction, we can bring in the mindfulness, the breath, the visualization of those babbling brooks before any of the dangerous reactions occur. Lie flat in the peaceful, calming shape of Shavasana. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Close your eyes and transport yourself to the place where you feel the most at ease. Not literally, don't run to your bed, but visualize a place that you've been, where you've lived, you've slept, maybe you've danced. Perhaps it's the arms of a specific person or the snuggle of a pet that brings you the most sense of ease. And as you start to relive that experience in your mind's eye, notice how your physical body softens, unknotting itself just by the power of thought. Let go here for the next few minutes of silent retreat. Notice if your mind has wandered. Travel back into that memory, that visualization of the place or the person, the taste, the sensation that brings you the most calm. Let that feeling envelope your body. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, rock your head side to side, reach your arms high, take a big yawn, and roll over onto the right side of your body. Crawl back upright to a cross-legged seat. Your homework this week is to not only notice when you start to feel anger or frustration, but notice what triggers it, write it down, and also notice and write down where you feel it in your physical body. Okay, so maybe you have a cup of coffee, listen to the news, get a growling tummy, and then start to feel angry. Write that down, and you'll begin to map out and notice the triggers of your own emotional roller coaster, which can help take you to a place that's more flat, an easier drive through life. Connect your hands at your heart and bow your head into your hands. Take a big breath in and take a big breath out. Thank you.